Welcome back to
another.
Welcome to today's video, and welcome back to our channel. Or if you're new, welcome to our channel.
There you go. All right, so today is 10 things that we wish. Let me repeat myself. So today's video is on 10 things we wish we knew when we went vegan. I got them right here on my phone, so let's get into it.
We got our coffee ready to go. My mug says Bae, best aunt ever, because obviously I'm best aunt ever.
And this is how you know when Haley makes my coffee. It's a Mickey Minnie Mouse. She usually actually makes my coffee while I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
So
I usually make it in one of his mugs, but I don't know why I picked that out today. I just did for some reason.
Okay.
I just heated this up and it's already cold.
that sucks.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. So the first thing is, I'll go first. It's all about replacing your food.
Yeah, so like a lot of people think when you go vegan that you just like eliminate a bunch of things, when in reality we eat all the same foods we used to. We just use different ingredients.
Right.
Anything to say?
I'm trying to think. I
Like,
went
for
from
instance-
editing a video to this. I'm
Like for
trying to.
instance, a lot of people think that or like a lot of people, you know, they're like, I could never go vegan because I love cheese, right? We still eat cheese.
Oh, yeah.
We eat cashew cheese. We eat
Even just alternatives.
alternative cheese. You can find some really good vegan cheese.
Yeah, you can do a lot. You know, same thing with like meats. There's mock meats, there's tofu, there's seitan, there's tempeh.
They even have like, we saw like a lentil and walnut like ground beef recipe.
You can come up with your own.
There's tons of things.
There is so much more. And it's all, you know, you're pretty much just skipping the middleman. Because, you know, the animals, they get their food already from plants.
Yeah.
So, honestly, you're just skipping the animal part by not touching it, and you're getting it straight from the source. So, anyways.
Okay, so next thing is it's all about expanding your food and like your mind and taste buds. Like being vegan, you really have to force yourself to get creative because it's not like you can just go to the store and like, oh, say you want, you know, like chicken tacos or beef tacos, whatever. You don't just go and get ground beef or chicken. You have to like think outside the box. So you can either get, you know, meat alternatives or whatever. You can get like black beans, whatever you want to use. But just be open to like trying new things.
Right.
You know?
It's like when we, so, you know, when it comes to expanding your food, one thing we have done is, so like when you eat the animal-based diet, you usually eat the same foods over and over again.
Yeah.
When you go to a plant-based diet, you can eat those similar foods, but you're gonna find new foods that you never had before. So one thing that we eat like every week that we used to never even eat was garbanzo beans, chickpeas. So that's one thing. Lentils, I don't even think I've ever had lentils. So
I don't think I ever had either.
Oh yeah, all kinds of beans. You know, all kinds of vegetables that we never used to eat. Now we do eat. So one thing that I had a problem with was because I had just started working out again, and so when the vegan diet came upon me, my biggest question was, how do you get the protein? Because all my life, I've been taught that you get protein from meat. Well, that's false information. Like I just said, the animals get their nutrients from mostly plants.
Yeah.
So you can skip the middleman by getting it straight from the source. So I intake about 130 grams of protein per day. So you can still get your protein. Don't listen to the myths out there. People that try to debunk the vegan diet, I think they're just scared of it.
Yeah.
They fear it. They don't understand it.
And also remember, like, if you've seen like Game Changers or something like that, the quality of plant protein is actually way better than protein you would get from animals.
Yeah, so there's two types of proteins, which that's scientific. You can go into that if you want, but we're not going to today.
One thing that we really didn't think about, I guess, too much.
Yeah, this was a big one, actually.
This is a big thing. We didn't really think about this too much, but looking back now, I definitely wish we had known that people probably won't cater to you. And by that I mean like just bring your own stuff. If you have like a family event or a gathering with friends, well, maybe not friends, I don't know. Friends probably a little different, but at least with our personal families, people usually don't have anything for us to eat at events.
So not to call out any family that may be watching this,
Yeah.
but like for example in our, so actually when we first we were going vegetarian, there was a family gathering in another state, and so they didn't really, we had just mentioned to them that this is what we were trying to do.
Yeah, it
And
was
so,
like a few months
you
after
know,
we had decided we were going to
the only thing that was there for us was the veggie tray, which at every family gathering there's always a veggie tray.
Yeah.
So you don't want to rely just on that to eat, because
Right.
it's not gonna work out. You're gonna starve yourself.
Yeah.
So it's always good to think ahead. That's actually after that, and I knew I wanted to go vegetarian. That's what we started to do. We
Yep.
just, any type of family gathering, we had to think ahead. Like, okay, we're gonna bring this. Let's go shopping for this. You know. But yeah, for sure, make sure you cater for yourself.
Just bring your own food. Just bring something, just even if it's just a backup, just bring something. We've been vegetarian for almost 3 years. That's when we went vegetarian, but we've been vegan for over a year now. I would say like almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
And we actually had a wedding a couple weeks ago, and that was the first event like that, I would say, that we actually were able to eat with everybody else. So that was nice. But a year and a half's like a pretty long time. So
yeah, it's a minute.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So yeah, and also a positive thing that, because I don't want you to think that it's only negative, because what you can take out of this is you can get your family to try different food.
Yeah.
And they might like it better.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on. You'll digest your food better in both of our experiences. So what happens when you digest your food better is your shits are a lot easier to come out. I'm just kidding. No, so
You digest it a hell of a lot quicker.
You'll eat more food.
Yeah.
Depending on what those foods are. If you're eating bread all day, then that's different. But if, like, I'm talking more like if you're eating a lot more veggies, you're gonna eat a lot more.
Right.
So
these next two tips kind of go hand in hand, but first one is if you're going out to eat, don't assume that you can't get anything. Always look at the menu ahead of time. And don't just assume that you can't go, because I feel like when we went vegan at first, we kind of just assumed that anywhere in town we wouldn't be able to eat at. And I mean, if you live in a place like LA or New York or a big city, that's obviously not the case, but we don't have any vegan restaurants where we live. So we kind of assume that, but you would be surprised. I mean, it might only be like a side, or it might be something where you have to do like tons of modifications, but look ahead and just see, because the waiters, you would think that they would know, but there are actually a lot of waiters, specifically in our area, that don't even really know what vegan is. They think it's a vegetarian, so...
Yeah, they get them mixed up.
Yeah.
And so an example would be like if you're going out for like Mexican food. Let's say there's something on the menu for like a burrito, and it's got all this dairy and all this other stuff in it, meat, but there's rice, fajitas.
Yeah. Which, check with the
pico.
rice, though. Check with the rice and refried beans on Mexican restaurants, because a lot of times they are cooked in lard.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But just ask. A lot of times, though, cilantro lime rice is fine. But just ask.
One thing you can just say is, I have an allergy for meat, dairy, and eggs.
Yeah.
And that's it.
If you say vegan, they know it's by choice. But if you say you're allergic to something, they're going to make sure that they don't get you sick.
Right. It's going to be the most
So.
easiest, and so there's no
Confusion.
not just confusion, but not like being hateful,
Oh, what? Like the waiter?
like being stupid.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, they're vegan. You know, nah, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that's
Okay,
what I'm
I got
saying.
what you're saying.
Because I had an experience one time with one, and I said I didn't want no dairy,
Oh,
or no, I
yeah.
didn't want no cheese on my burrito, and they brought it out like that anyways.
Yeah, that
So-
guy wasn't very nice.
Yeah, they were just being dumb. So just say you have an allergy to those 3, and you'll be good.
Get with a vegan community. If you
Oh, yeah.
have like actual real people, that's ideal. Me and Logan's vegan community has to be online. Just because we don't know anybody in our personal lives that is vegan or even vegetarian. I don't know any vegetarians. Actually, I work with a girl that's vegan, but she's literally the only person I know. But our vegan community is online. We're in a ton of Facebook groups, and we follow a ton of vegan Instagrammers, YouTubers, all that stuff.
And depending on the area you live in, that's where you're gonna start it anyways. To even find any
Yeah.
people in your like area, you will need to go to like Facebook. Just type in like the vegan community
That's true.
or this city, and you'll see people in your own city with the same similarities as you. So yeah, that's a helpful one. Oh yeah, so you have what was I gonna say?
It's funny. You have way more options, so get discouraged.
Oh shit. Okay, that's what messed me
I
up.
forgot the don't.
Yeah, don't get discouraged because now that you're thinking about going vegan or vegetarian at first, just know that you're gonna have way more options than you realize right now. Just once you jump into it and you start learning, you get to understand how just how everything works. You're gonna understand that you have way more options. Like you're not limited to 2 types of milk. You now have like up to 10 milks.
Yeah.
Meats. There's just so many different types of mock meats
Oh my
nowadays
gosh, it's
that
crazy.
I don't recommend eating them every day, but they're there if you need it. Especially if you're going vegetarian, they're a lot helpful to get going.
Yeah.
But yeah, just don't get discouraged. There's just so much more available.
So the last tip that we have on this list is always remember your why. So when you go vegan, most people, they have their reason behind it, right? Whether it be like for the environment, for health, for animals, whatever it may be. Always remember that because that's going to be the reason why you stick to your new lifestyle. So for us, our sole purpose, it's really become pretty much everything now that we've learned more about it and we've watched documentaries. But really, when it comes down to it, the reason why we went vegan was for animal welfare. We didn't want to participate and be a part of that anymore. So whenever we were going vegan, and we were transitioning, like especially me, I was transitioning from vegetarian to vegan. Dairy was the last thing that I gave up because of cheese, and also milk is just in so many products you don't even realize.
Yeah.
You have to really read the ingredients. Oh, that could have been another one. There you go. Bonus tip, read the ingredient list.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because there are tons of things that you would think don't have animal products in it, but they do.
Right.
But anyways.
Yeah, just know your why.
So when we were switching from vegetarian to veganism, for me, if I saw like cheddar peppers. So we loved cheddar peppers.
At Sonic?
At Sonic, yes. They're delicious. But I had to eventually just tell myself, what do these have? Yes, they're really good. They taste really good. But at the end of the day, they have cheese, which comes from dairy, which dairy comes from cows. And the dairy industry is just evil. And at the end of the day, I was like, okay, well, it's easier for me to give this up now because I know what actually goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now it's kind of to the point, me and Logan, we don't even see that stuff really as food.
Right.
Like, we just see that as how it got there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. So whether if it's about animals, health, the planet, whatever your reason is, just remember that when you feel discouraged or you're in a situation that's making you lean on, okay, let me just slip up. Always remember your why in those situations.
And it gets easier over time.
It's like, yeah, it says contains dairy and all your friends are eating it and you feel left out, but there's a deeper meaning behind what actually that food is.
Exactly.
How it got made. How it's even in front of your guys' faces.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be one of my biggest tips, is always remember your why.
And it gets easier.
Oh, for sure.
It's really hard in the beginning, obviously, because your body has been used to eating a certain way for your whole life up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Logan didn't go vegetarian until I was 20, and he was 22. So for 20 years, our bodies were used to eating a certain way, and then it's like we're not giving it that. It just takes time to adjust, and it takes your mind time to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big lifestyle change. And that's truly what it is. It's not like, I think a lot of people think the word diet gets thrown around, and vegan really isn't a diet. It's just you're changing your life forever.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. We're going to make another video too about like tips on going vegan. So if you are interested in that, that will be posted after this video. So yeah. And we're going to have so many cool tips in there and things that helped us go vegan. And this list is really for anybody like going, like tips, but really specifically for people who live in the Midwest like we do. We live in a very like farm community.
Yeah.
So if we can do it, anybody can.
Anybody can. That is for sure. I just want to say, whatever made you come to this video, welcome.
Yeah.
And just know that there's a lot of people out there to help you if you're wanting to go vegan. You can always go to our socials or comment below. And if you have any questions, just, we're here for you. Just know that I was going to say something else and I forgot. I hate when that happens.
I know, I hate that too.
But yeah, just welcome aboard, and we're excited that you're here.
Yes, we are. And there is going to be tons of vegan content from us for the whole life of this channel. Being vegan is something that we love, obviously, and we're very passionate about, and it's one of the biggest parts of our lives. So, yeah, definitely follow us along, and we hope to see you guys in the next video.
Oh, yeah, by the way, if you like this video, thumbs up. And if you want to see more, which is coming, hit that subscribe button. You know the deal. But we will see you in our next video.
Okay, see ya.